Hello y'all, welcome to another video of my YouTube channel, Esoteric Cloud Surfer. In this channel we take esoteric clouds, which are vehicles that are lighter as in weight. They are less dense than the realm and body that we are living in right now, and it is vibing also on a higher frequency and vibration. So when we take rides on those esoteric clouds, we can float to realms which are themselves lighter as in weight and as in frequency and as in density, so we can explore higher, more expanded, with more experience realms for us to use it in any way, shape or form that we might see best for us. So today is Mars Day. I don't know if you have noticed the red light that I'm recording in, because today is Mars Day, it's Tuesday. It's the day that we are experiencing, or we are closer, or we are facing the body of water, the water cycle that we call Mars. So it's perfect to have this red light of desire, passion, motivation, anger, or frustration, right? So today, I wanted to talk about one thing, but maybe I'll end up talking about another thing that now appeared in my mind, which is the Mars in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus as well. Because today is Mars Day, right? So let's pay a bit of attention to that body of water that we call Mars, because that is not Mars. Mars is the name people here in this chakra, in this planet, gave to that planet. Okay? So Mars in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus as well. Let's see what energies, what circumstances can derive, what spirits can use those lights to interact with you during this time, during this mark. So, Uranus in Taurus has been there for a while now, is retrograde, but is ending its retrograde season. So we were experiencing past moments where the value that we receive changed. The perspective that we have on the value that we need and the perspective of how we should receive value were changing. We were looking at past moments where those things changed. Through your individuality and uniqueness or rebelness, or those moments of change changed your individuality. So you changed how you receive love, how you receive appreciation, the amount of love and appreciation that you receive, how you receive profit, how you feel secure, how you practical and logical. You may change that upon your individuality, uniqueness and rebelness, or the world, people, places, things and events in your life, through them being individual and changing and opposite to your own way, to be fixed in receiving love and stability, aka Taurus. By them being too much of an individual, they changed how you perceived your own value. They might change how you perceive how much you are worth. Your self-esteem may change based on those past moments where love, value, stability and comfort changed. And now that Uranus is going to be direct soon, those same moments will appear, but not from the past. Now it's going to be new changes about stability, new changes about currency, new changes about receiving value and affection. And receiving value, it deals a lot with money, transactions, economy, agriculture, alright? Those things is going to change. How people are fixed in a way to be stable, safe, beautiful, useful, how to be a support, how to define values, because Taurus energy is being fixed on your own way to receive value. So you like it's like you putting or placing a price chart for your value, for your energy. You know what value you give to your energy. And if people try to change energy with you, and the value that they give you, it's not enough for you, for how you perceive it, or the way it's done, the transaction, maybe in a more real metaphor, you want to receive in cash and they want to pay in bank account and through bank account transfer, and you only want to receive in cash. They might have the money, the value that you want to receive, but not how they show you or how they send you appreciation for what you value might not be in the same way as you want. Because I'm sorry, I was eating a little bit, so my air is flowing around in the stomach. So maybe just the way that you receive love, or you want to, it's not how people show you love now, because that is changing. So and because Taurus is fixed on that, is being fixed on your own way to make sense and practicalize receiving love, receiving support, receiving resources, receiving attention, receiving in a sophisticated, beautiful and attractive way to you. You set those, while Capricorn set limits and boundaries to do business and network. Virgo sets limits and boundaries to organize and analyze. Taurus set limits and boundaries to receive love, resources and energy, or energies exchanges in some way, shape or form, right? So this is going to change now in the present. Uranus retro, we're dealing with past moments of change, where Taurus changed. Whatever house you have Taurus in was changing, and you were remembering past moments of change. Now, those will be new moments of changes, or moments of change, where you need to be more unique, more individual, more rebel, and or more opposite in the present people, places, things and energies that you are going through right now. So be aware of that. With Uranus going direct, those past moments, maybe they were in your mind, maybe they were in your heart, maybe you were in your sacral chakra. Now they're going to be outside or more aware to you. Alright? So that might be scary, that might affect your sense of stability, but remember that after the change, or during the change, there is a lot of opportunities to be taken. And after the change, there is always a period of stability. So if the change scares you, go through it, keeping in mind that with new opportunities, you can build new securities. Because Uranus in Taurus is changing in order to build new, more individual, more original ways to be stable and receive love, resources and energy. So be aware of that. Don't let the change scare you and you run away from new possibilities, because this is happening on a fixed energy sign. So you might feel that change is too fixed and do not adapt to your requires. And that's true. Now it's time for you to play that balance game. Are you going to be extra fixed and you don't change because the change don't change itself? Or are you to be extra gullible and will be washed up under the current while you change everything in your life, even things that you didn't necessarily need to change, just for you to feel more comfortable, or that will receive a greater amount of something, and then you sacrifice things that were right now present and good to you, for you. So keep a balance, change where you need to, and be stable where you need to, because like if Uranus was on a more fast-paced sign, you would need to react more to that change. But because it's in Taurus, we need to continue or keep to ourselves some sense of stability. Uranus is in Taurus is feeling stable during or going through instability, feeling stable while being unstable. So keep that in mind. Don't destroy all of your sense. Don't destroy all your stability just because you are feeling unstable. That's like ironic, you know? But keep that in mind. Then Mars is in Taurus as well. And Uranus doesn't like to be in Mars. I think it's falling, I'm not sure. Because Uranus rules Aquarius, and I think it's exalted in Scorpio. Because Scorpio is about transformation, death, experiencing things that are painful to you. Not because they hurt you, but because they are very new, or you are changing. Because transformation is like the evolution of change. Transformation is a bigger, more impactful, and more rough change. Transformation is when a chain of changes happens in your life very fast, and you were either transformed from a bump in the street to the CEO, or you were from the CEO to being a bump in the street. So that was a lot of changes that needed to happen in both cases for you to transform your whole life. So transformation, Scorpio and Aries, but more Scorpio because it's internal, is where Uranus is exalted, because transformation is the exaltation of change. And Uranus is the planet of change. So Scorpio transforms literally. Parts of you die and you create new ones. Feelings and emotions, private connections die. And now you need to change yourself, how you relate to others. What gates do people need to cross before they reach your privacy? What do you let others know about your private life? All of that needs to change because you transformed a part of you, or a connection, or a feeling, or you went through a transformative circumstance, or a power and control issue, and now you are in a whole completely different circumstance. And Uranus is exalted over there because of that. So Uranus is now opposing the exaltation of Uranus, right? So Uranus doesn't like to be here, but in terms of reality, in terms of 3D, it's a very good alignment, because Earth, not the Earth element, the planet that we live in, that we call Earth, but it's not Earth, it's just something, and we call it Earth. It's very slow, because it attaches and connects deeply to everything. It's the heart chakra. And things take time to grow, and they need stability and security. So now Uranus is bringing a little fast-paced to that. It's going still to be slow, but not so slow as it was before Uranus went in Taurus, and especially because now Uranus go direct. All right, it can be too fast and you tremble with your feet and you fall. All right, or it can be like it doesn't seem that things are changing, but they are accumulating, and the percentage level that is needed for accumulation is now way lower. It's like it accumulates, and when it reaches a certain point, it changes. Now the certain point it's lower, so it can for a few days or for a few weeks it can feel that nothing will change, and suddenly it changes very fast. So it can be like that, building up to change. Yeah, Uranus in Taurus is building up to change, and that building up is the thing that might hurt you or scare you or make you feel unstable, because the change in itself, because it's about money, agriculture, house, shelter, business, can be very good if you know how to take the change. Then we have Mars in Taurus, right? Mars doesn't like to be in Taurus because Mars rules Scorpio, but Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So like Mars understands Taurus, but it doesn't like to be in it. It's like Mars, by ruling Scorpio, Mars knows that passions, motivations, frustration and aggressiveness, they need a form of stability. You need to do your passions sometimes in order for you to learn how it's the best way for you to do it, or to present it, or to know your passions, or to know if that is really your passion. So Mars doesn't like to spend so much time, or spirits that used Mars light, they don't like to spend so much time in one place, because then they feel that they will lose the spark for their creativity and for their transformation. While here, what happens in reality is that if you put Mars in Taurus, because that will cause frustration and friction, especially with Uranus in Taurus as well. So there is going to be a lot of frustrating building ups. Alright? Building up of your change, individuality and uniqueness, and building up of passions, motivations, goals and frustrations. But those building ups, if you don't let those build ups tear you down, if you don't let those build ups shake you and destroy your sense of stability and destroy your sense that you are doing the right thing, you will reach up a moment of change that will be very positive to you, that will be an expansive change. Either your individuality and uniqueness will become real in a fixed way, sturdy way, stubborn or consistent way, or your passions and your motivations will become real as well. So, but you need to hold up, you need to know how to build internally right now, because Taurus is internal energy, it's feminine energy, it's the feminine light, the feminine side, because the S represents earth, snake, being with your belly through the ground. So side is like light here on earth. Alright? And we have different sides, we have different lights. So we slide. Just little linguistic ramble. Because Taurus is the internal side of Venus, so we are going to those frustrations and changes might be internal, and then your sense of internal value, your sense of receiving value, your sense of receiving energy based on your own perspective, on your own value, your sense of security, comfort, privacy, and structure will influence the external representations of that, okay? Money, food, bills, stability, you have being bountiful, you being fruitful, and your tree growing well. So you cannot let the passions and motivations and frustrations making you stopping believing in your own building right now, on the construct that you are doing right now. You might need to break some walls, you might need to break some parts of the floor where your roots are in, especially right now, more specifically because the new moon is in Cap, and Venus is in Cap, and the Sun is in Cap, and Pluto is in Cap. So a lot of cardinal Earth energy going on, telling us to still be passionate and change through being fixed on our own stability. Instead of changing too much, no, be passionate about fixating Earth. Be individual and unique about fixated Earth. And the new seeds that we are planting right now in the Cap new moon will be more present, because you don't need so much time for them to come through, because you are adding the new seeds into some build-up that you had before with Mars and Uranus in Taurus, remembering us to keeping faith on our own build-up until right now. There is new energies right now, but it's okay if we don't go all in into those new energies. We should use those new energies to innovate our own build-up, our own structure, that we are passionate, motivated, frustrated, and we are being unique, original, and individuals in our own fixed way to receive earth and reality, our own way to receive value and comfort and resources, our own way to receive support and appreciation. Alright? We can update that to the new program, because this new old cardinal earth energy is upgrading earth, because first we upgrade our fire, first we upgrade our visions and our creativity and imaginations, then we upgrade our feelings, how we react and respond to those imaginations, then we create new ways to think and communicate about it, alright, and to analyze the things and perfect, and then we create the new creation physically in earth. So now everything that was building up into now is being is now the process of that coming into reality is now beginning with the cardinal earth. So use those energies to upgrade what we have constructed until now, and don't change too much or don't be too passionate about your Taurus energy, about your feminine side of Venus, about your whatever house you have Taurus in. Don't be too passionate, don't be too changing and opposing. Be motivated, be frustrated, know how to be frustrated, learn how to be frustrated, because we now need to learn how to be frustrated about Taurus in order to achieve stability and wisdom through Aquarius. We need to learn how to be frustrated, learn how to be an individual and original about Taurus, alright? And use all of the Capricorn new moon energies and Venus in Cap, Sun in Cap and Pluto in Cap to innovate, to create new ways to do Taurus. Not to create a new lifestyle from the zero. No, we take our Taurus, our passions, motivations, frustrations and angers. We take our individuality, originality, changes and rebellion and rebelness, and we upgrade that with new feelings and new subconscious and new emotions, with new actions, thoughts and expressions, with new love, with new relatability and new ways to compromise and new responsibilities, and with new Pluto, power and control issues and transformations, because Cap is cardinal earth. So to Taurus, which is fixed earth, Cap, it's like new moon energies, like, okay, it's not, don't go full ahead on that. It's like Capricorn is like new moon energies or new energy for Taurus, because it's creating and initiating new ways to do earth, and Taurus is being fixed on the same way, or being fixed on 1 or 2 or 3 ways, not too many ways, or doing earth. So now we can renovate our passions and individualities. We can renovate, still being real, still making sense, still being about business, still being about stability and structure. We can renovate how we passionately and individually receive value about through our status, through our business, through our networking, through our reality, through our overall perspective of reality. We can change that. We can be more passionate and individual about stability while creating new ways to do stability. And that's perfect, because we can take those new ways and be passionate and individual about that. It's great. It's really a free-for-all right now, because there is a lot of new energy and you have passion and individuality to go up about it, all right? And being wise and being real is in Aquarius, which is like the free-for-all sign. So it's open for you. You need to be passionate and unique and original about stability. All right, that's the key. Accepting the change, seeing the change in reality around you, seeing what's changing and what purpose is behind it. Because behind earth energy, it's air, water and fire energy. So if you are seeing changes in reality, you need to see what air is behind it, what water is behind it, what fire is behind it, what intention is behind it and what spirit or group of spirits is behind that intention. But that's going to the spiritual root. The real root is fire, or the physical root is air, and the real root is fire. So you know, if there is something changing around you, what's the mindset? What's the emotional set? What's the vision trying to being accomplished through that physical change? And then, by you being passionate and unique and original about your own way of doing reality and business and all of that, you take only what's needed for you from all of those external changes, because you are passionate and you are unique on your own way. So you don't care about all of the change, but if there is some change that is accordingly to your own fixed way, you take that, and you have wisdom and knowledge to know that in Aquarius. But it's squaring, so you need to learn how to be unique and passionate. Only if you are unique and passionate about your Taurus energy, you will be wise and acknowledgeable enough in Aquarius to use all of the new energy being birthed into reality right now. So that's it for all. Esoteric Cloud Surfer is about to surfing out of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Shout out to all of the Soul Group. Shout out to Daria, beautiful Daria. Check out her page. Check out her Patreon page. What's the name of her Patreon page?
It's my name.
It's Daria. Her Patreon page is Daria. Go check it out. Go check out my page on Patreon, Esoteric Cloud Surfer. Check I was about to say check my YouTube channel, but this is my YouTube channel. What? Check my Instagram page, Esoteric Cloud Surfer, as well. And keep in touch with me. Any questions, type down below. And shout out to all of the Soul Group. Shout out to Daria. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man and Soul Group. We are changing the world right now. Be an individual and be aware of the current waves. Use only the waves that suit you. Until the next time, Esoteric Cloud Surfer, surfing out. Stay very well.